Hey everyone, welcome back. You ready for another deep dive?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Great. So, hot off the press, we've got this wild announcement from OpenAI.
The Stargate Project.
Yeah, that's the one. And let me tell you, the sheer size of this thing,
It's
it's
mind-blowing.
it really is.
$500 billion invested over just 4 years.
Yeah.
And they're kicking it off with, get this, $100 billion right away.
It's like, whoa, hold on a sec.
You
What is going on here?
know, you don't see investments of that scale very often.
Practically never, especially not in AI, right?
Sure.
So today, let's try to unpack this whole Stargate thing. What is it? What does it mean?
Well, it's the big deal.
What's the big deal? Why should we even care, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so to start with, what is Stargate?
Well, from what I've gathered, it's basically a brand new company,
Okay.
and their whole focus is building AI infrastructure for OpenAI here in the U.S.
So when we say infrastructure, we're not just talking like software, coding, algorithms, that kind of stuff.
Right, we're talking the real physical stuff.
Yeah.
Data centers, the buildings, the hardware, the actual computing power.
All the nuts and bolts.
Exactly.
Real world stuff that makes AI work, Kind of like,
A construction project.
yeah, a massive one.
A digital Manhattan project almost.
Right. Something on that scale.
Exactly. And get this, the team involved is seriously A-list.
Oh, yeah.
You've got OpenAI, obviously leading the charge. But then bankrolling the whole thing is SoftBank. And the chairman,
Don't tell me.
Masayoshi-san.
Wow. He's like a legend, right?
Yeah, huge in the tech investment world. And then on the tech side, they've brought in ARM, Microsoft, Nvidia, Oracle.
It's an all-star team.
Seriously. And here's another interesting thing. OpenAI is still going to be working with Microsoft Azure for cloud computing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so Stargate isn't replacing that. It's more like an extra boost.
Okay, so that's the who, and we kind of touched on the what. But the why is still the big question, isn't it?
Absolutely. Why such a massive investment? What's the real goal here?
Well, the announcement mentions stuff like, making sure America stays on top in the AI game, creating jobs, boosting the economy.
Right. Massive economic benefits for everyone, they said.
World domination.
Well, maybe not quite that far.
Well,
But some people are a little skeptical, right?
understandably.
Is this purely about, making AI better for humanity, or is there something more strategic going on?
Right.
And then there's this really interesting line in the announcement. They talk about Stargate providing, and I quote, strategic capability to protect the national security of America and its allies.
Okay. Now it's getting serious.
Right. It suddenly sounds less like a science project and more like a defense strategy.
Yeah, it kind of makes you think, what exactly does American leadership in AI look like in the real world?
Exactly.
And what happens if the U.S. does kind of pull ahead in this whole AI race?
What does that mean for everybody else?
Yeah, big questions.
Huge questions. And on that note, let's not forget the impact on AI development itself.
Right,
Right.
because all this extra computing power.
Exactly. It could be a game changer for AI research.
Like how so?
Well, right now, one of the biggest things holding AI back is computing power. It's expensive, it's limited.
And these really advanced AI models, they need a ton of computing power to even function, right?
It's incredible the amount of data they process.
Yeah.
And the training process, it's very resource intensive. So Stargate could potentially remove those limitations completely.
Meaning, what could we see happen?
Breakthroughs, I think, in all sorts of areas. Natural language processing, computer vision, even things like...
AGI.
Exact.
Artificial General Intelligence, for those who maybe haven't heard that term before.
Right, right. It's basically the idea of AI that's as smart as a human.
Like across the board, right. Not just good at one thing.
Exactly. Capable of learning and solving problems just like we do.
And that's like the ultimate goal of AI research.
For many, yes. It's the holy grail. And a lot of experts believe that with enough computing power, AGI could become a reality.
Whoa. So this Stargate thing,
Yeah.
it could be the key.
Potentially, yes.
Wow.
That's exciting.
It is. But also a little bit scary, right?
Yeah.
A lot of unknowns.
For sure. And we can't just talk about the AI itself. There's going to be all these ripple effects, right?
Yeah.
Economically, technologically.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, remember that line in the announcement about working with companies across the built data center infrastructure landscape?
Yeah, yeah.
This isn't just a Silicon Valley thing.
Right.
We're talking construction, energy, specialized hardware manufacturing.
Whole new industries popping up, probably.
Exactly. And existing ones getting a major boost.
Job creation?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Economic growth. supply
It's
chains.
huge. It's like
And
a
it's like,
domino effect.
yeah. Okay, so wrapping it all up. OpenAI's Stargate project is basically a massive, massive gamble.
It is a high-stakes game.
And it could completely change, well, everything. The future of AI, the global economy, maybe even, the balance of power around the world.
And it's way too early to say whether it'll work. Will they achieve what they set out to do? No one knows.
But if they do,
It could be the start of a whole new era.
the age of AI,
Essentially, yeah. And with that
comes
comes,
a lot of responsibility.
right, both opportunities and risks.
Big time. So, to everyone listening, we want to know what you think. What are your thoughts on all this?
Yeah, is Stargate a good thing?
A bad thing? Are we all doomed?
Well,
Let us know. And as always, we'll keep diving deep into all the most fascinating stuff happening in the world of AI.
stay tuned.
See you next time.